let's go to the next one.
And that's let's see. Deliver Happy Spaceman. Anybody want to compete for?
Sure, I can go first.
I'll go. No, I'll go first. I think A Little Piece of Heaven is way more entertaining than what I have. So.
Okay, so we got the reverse direction of the guy who made that movie Greed. We got the corned beef and cabbage over with. Let's have dessert.
No.
Okay, is everybody ready?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
They put an old-timey filter on this.
Yeah.
Get that great effect.
This was a bonus feature on the DVD for Eat Me a Zombie Musical. So
there's nothing in the fridge, nothing in the cupboard. The jelly jar is empty, and I'm plumb sick of peanut butter. A groundhog ate the lettuce right out of the ground. Honey, let's go out.
dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
The plant is going to turn. Oh. Oh, well then.
So, is she cleaning a cabin in the woods?
Looks like the interior looks like a 1950s suburb, and the exterior looks like a horror movie.
Yeah. That's true. Actually, I had a friend throw a bachelor party in a log cabin in the woods, as he put it, and what he meant was a really, really nice place you could rent out that had a log cabin exterior.
Oh, they're coming for the brains. Okay.
Making hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
And here come the zombies, and you can tell it's zombies because of the shaky cam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but are they gonna go for the hors d'oeuvres?
Hey, who doesn't love a good hors d'oeuvre?
Yeah, I can concur with that.
Oh, making pasta.
These zombies eat good.
Ooh, star.
I'm jealous.
Well, if it's all made out of brains, I don't know.
That's true.
If I'm that jealous, that's a...
This is clearly a model hostess.
Yes.
You're early, come on in.
You can't always get an A-list audience.
Hi, how are you?
I get the feeling that this crowd isn't going to be good for conversation.
You're beautiful.
No, and why is why are they not attacking her? Because she made them food?
Well, I guess they're here for the dinner party. They're putting the brain eating on hold.
And they brought flowers for the hostess. They have very good manners for the undead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yummy, yummy.
Yeah, to be honest, these would not be the worst guests I ever hosted if it were me.
Oh, really?
Same.
Jeez.
I hope you guys like the Twister.
Oh, someone's late.
Does anybody know how to play charade? Okay, you get up there. I went fishing for my tongue. Aliens! Get into the ball!
I guess zombies.
The word was zombies.
I feel like a living person would have a lot of advantages over the undead. I was just gonna say, because of that. No fine motor control.
Oops.
Do the undead even need to use the bathroom?
Well, they do eat brains.
True.
Yeah, it has to come out somehow.
But do they have working digestive systems?
Yeah, probably depends on how they died.
That's true.
Also depends on which movie you're in. I mean, most movies say that zombies can't sexually reproduce, but then Disney says, fuck that.
Well, I guess it makes a difference on if these are reanimated corpses or if they're living people who have been zombified.
Good point.
Yeah.
Maybe there are a little bit of both.
Sure. Yeah, actually, if that's what Disney has in their movie, then they have something in common with Peter Jackson's Dead Alive.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Which, yeah, Peter Jackson was very tongue-in-cheek, deliberate bad taste before he was Lord of the Rings. And, yeah, but Dead Alive, if it's your thing, it's hilarious.
Is this going to be good for them, walking out in the sunlight?
That's vampires, zombies don't mind sunlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Success?
I think so.
Success, I think.
She seems happy, yeah.
Although, how did they leave the house?
Someone's left.
What about the one on the bathroom?
She's got weapons on the wall.
Yeah, this was a very...
Oh. Okay, that was fun.
That was definitely a lot of fun after what we watched for this.
Yeah, especially after mine. I think I'm going to be the party pooper of the night. But that was just fun in general.
Yeah. Brian Weimer, he's the guy who made this and was also briefly my boss at the Ixart Park when I was interning there.
That's interesting.
That's pretty cool. Like how so he makes well, I'm gonna use this as a blanket term, but he makes like indie films.
Yeah, he makes like very weird and sometimes funny indie films. A lot of times in the horror genre. He made one called I think he was I don't think he directed it, but I think he produced it and co-starred in it, called Faux Paws, like FAUXPAWS, and it's about two gay werewolves who go on a road trip.
I would watch that. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, that sounds
It was
fun,
pretty
yeah.
fun. It was pretty fun.
How wide a release did that get?
It's like, so like I made a whole video complaining about how Disney's Zombies was like trying to make like a social message, do some social commentary while being like a zombie musical comedy. Well, this one, without the musical, but it does have a social message while being a horror comedy, and it's like, Disney, you have no excuse. This one did it better and first.
So the one we just watched?
No, Faux Paws.
Okay.
The one we just watched was just fun.
That's true. Well, honestly, zombies, I mean, you wouldn't think, but they lend themselves to a lot of social commentary, it turns out.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, as far back as Dawn of the Dead with like the consumerism message. Mm-hmm. I think before that, Night of the Living Dead had like a racism message there.
Yeah.
Yeah, zombies and social commentary should go hand in hand when done right.
Yeah, all the things we do in a zombified state. It's simple concept, lends itself to a lot of hard-hitting points.
It's true.
You know, I was just thinking, cleaning up after a dinner party is a pain in the neck to begin with. How much worse would it be if your guests are zombies?
Yeah.
You'd probably have to air out the whole house.
All I can say is
Get the shovel.
if the zombie apocalypse does happen, I'll be sure to act like that because apparently they won't attack me.
Yeah.
There you go, yeah. Host them a dinner party. That they'll come to, yeah, maybe that's the commentary. They'll come to just like most dinner party guests. Going through the motions and, yeah, acting grateful or something as long as you're feeding them.
Hey, if you're providing the food, then you don't have to be the food.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah. And some people this drives me nuts, people who hate when you try to look at the commentary and anything like that, because, yeah, and I mean, to be fair, horror movies have been snobbed a lot by critics over the years. I mean, even, yeah, good ones often had to wait decades before they got their due, even great ones sometimes, but nevertheless, fans say something like Dawn of the Dead, always trying to put social commentary onto it like that was the intention. What's wrong with a good zombie movie? What's wrong with a good zombie movie with good
commentary, exactly.
Well, I mean, the part where, like, they're in the mall and they know they're going to be bunkering down there for a while, and the guy in charge, he's like, all right, seriously, let's get the stuff we need. I'll get a television and a radio. It's like, it's not even subtle sometimes.
Well, not just horror movies, but just with entertainment in general, I think a lot of the best stories are the ones that can be enjoyed on multiple levels. That if you just want to watch or read or experience a story, you can do that. But then if you want to think about it and look deeper, that there is something there to think about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, have any of you guys seen the animated show Gargoyles?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
That's a really good one because it has like a very subtle message about prejudice, and so you can look at it from that light. But then if you just want like a great action, sci-fi, fantasy cartoon show, then you can watch it like that.
Yeah.
So true. Well,
you know, like most Pixar movies, you can just watch them and enjoy the story, or you can look at the deeper messages, like the emotional growth in Inside Out or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or Wall-E, that life is, worth living, that, well, hands-on, first-hand experience life is worth living. And all that.
I love Wall-E.
And it's my favorite movie into my 30s, which, maybe I should be more embarrassed by that, but what the heck, that was...
Don't be embarrassed, man.
Once-in-a-lifetime experience watching that in the drive-thru. Drive-in. I mean, there's a difference.
Drive-in. Drive-through is a different thing.
Yeah, that's fast food.
Yeah, no, don't be embarrassed by that. My favorite movie of all time is one that none of you have ever heard of, so, like, I totally feel you there.
What is it?
Phantom of the Paradise. It's Brian De Palma horror comedy.
I have not
musical.
seen it, but the Musical Hell channel did a review of it, and I saw that.
Yeah, I did that for my 10th anniversary review, with Second Opinion actually joined in on. He had a cameo there because I'm having cameos from different people dressed up as a Phantom of the Opera. Yeah, it's my favorite movie ever. But we told most people about it, so they won't necessarily know it. And then I say it's like the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and they say, oh, okay, even though it's really totally very different.
Yeah, Rocky Horror meets Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah, what more do you need to sell it there? I mean, granted, like, Rocky Horror is the greatest midnight movie to go see in a crowd, but, like, yeah, weirdly enough, for at least my experience with midnight movies, if you're just looking for one to watch on your own, Rocky Horror is sort of just tip of the iceberg. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I went to a midnight showing of Rocky Horror once. It was a lot of fun.
Nice.
Same. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. I think like tip of the iceberg if you want midnight movies. Phantom of the Paradise, Beyond the Valley of the Dolls. Like there are tons of others.
Yeah. Little Shop of Horrors if you want a good intro one.
Great. Another great one.
Actually, both Little Shops of Horrors.
Yeah, the old black and white one has Gilligan.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. It had Jack Nicholson. First, yeah, Jack Nicholson got the Bill Murray part, and they're the corresponding characters in the two movies, and they are kind of going at it for which one is funnier.